Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see, we got Subi, Markle, Delos, Umbra. Welcome on in. Glad to have y'all here. We got Keyblade War Hero. We got, I definitely know that we've got a Sharky. Innuendoge. Glad to have you all here. It is onion shopping time, correct. Welcome on in, Dracofib. Glad to have you. I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, feel free to at me. And be like, say hi, fucker, and I'll say hi. Welcome on in, Cool Cats. Glad to have you. Welcome on in, Astral. Glad to have you. Hi, fucker. Well, hey, you did speak first, so I didn't have no to say hi. I would also thank you for shutting out Dayless. I do appreciate it. You could also get Sharky Char, by the way. Sharky Char is also a streamer. Very, very sweet bean. But yeah, tonight we are returning to Spiritfarer for the final time. I'm here for this. I'm here to meme the sad moments if I can. As the rule for no redeems were no redeems or commands during the goodbyes will probably still be in place, but outside of that, you're fine. All right, let me go and switch over to the gameplay. Excuse me? Oh, that's right. Last week I played on the Switch. Let me go and hide the capture card. There we go. Music out. I'm gonna peace out. I swear to God. Yeah. Let's see. We have to make progress in Buck's quest so we can fill the other two. Improve the fill with a beehive. Time to cry. Hummingbird, bottom line, and Oxbury. Not if I already left. Hummingbird. You're Hummingbird. There we go. I think Jackie's gonna hit me like a ton of breaks of those that's left. So Buck doesn't ever leave. I don't know how early we find it out in his quest line. I'm a fifth of the way to VIP. Excellent. And so then we would just we have to say goodbye to Eleanor at some point. We have to say goodbye to Jackie. And from there, it's just finishing up Lily's quest line. It's kind of wild to think that we started this game more or less at the start of the year. And, you know, it's been going on for a little bit. This was kind of the replacement for Amori after we finished that up. And feels like the time has passed by so quickly. That's right, Jackie's in the guest house. God, and I was not ready for the DLC. Amori hit me like bricks too. It's like they have similar energies that they both are very, very sad, but whereas Amori's like getting hit with a sledgehammer in the skull, this game is like having someone like insistently shoving a pillow into your face. Like, yes, it will kill you, but it's gonna be a lot more slow and painful about it. Here's all the constellations for the people we've said goodbye to. Buck tells you when nobody is left in the ships. Starkey? Oh, okay. That's it. It basically, so sometimes it kicks you in the dick like a steel-toed shoes. More or less, yeah. Also, welcome on to Sickle. Glad to have you. And why are we liking this? Because sometimes it's a sweet sort of sadness. It's bittersweet. Amori's more of an in-depth description of mental health and trauma, while this game is a reassurance on grief and loss, assuming I understand correctly. That's basically it. This game has a lot of valuable things, I think, to say about like life and death and legacy. Question is how far I'm gonna have to go into Buck's storyline to actually wrap things up for Jackie. I guess I just need to get a couple of experience potions and I'll be fine. The Gua spam. But yeah, how's everyone's weekend? Anyone do anything fun? Resonate more with Amori personally. I think it's the best game that depicts Mental health psychonauts coming at a hard second. Now I just need a game on you saying goodbye to compared to dealing with to loss per se. Yeah, they have very similar themes of like loss and, you know, and just accepting mortality. But they go about it in very, very different ways. I think largely informed by just the nature of the story. Oh, what's up, Eleanor? Student, I have another teaching for you. And you're tough enough to not be broken. I need you to take me to the other door. You're equipped to do so now. We don't need to say more until we get there. Peace. Quiet. That is good practice. It starts now. Oh, we can't hug her, that's right. She gets upset if we try and hug her. Fuck already? Yeah, it begins. I had a feeling, because Elena is still here. Yeah, Eleanor, yeah, she's gonna be gone soon enough, though. It's giving me balls my eyes out. Well, come on in, Weeshful. Glad to have you. Honestly, it's done the same. Also, the other thing with this game, that I, you know... So as part of playing this game, I also promised I would do a vocal cover of the, we'll be hearing the song later on, because it is the goodbyes. It's like the credits song. And I will probably just be staying completely silent over it. Because I really, it's in my mind a very magical moment to hear it. So, if I go silent at the very, very last moment, DLC was also very good. The credit song is beautiful. I probably couldn't finish it myself, I won't lie. But I'm glad I can play it for people, because I think it's the game everyone should experience, even if it's watching someone else do it. Which, the credit sequence is... I've mentioned before that this game made me cry a number of times. The first time I played through it. Alice was one, Stanley was another. There's a certain moment that I think we'll be getting to later that I don't want to spoil. And then the credit song was the fourth about time. Don't you cry, because I'm going to, and I don't want to be mess my eyeliner. God. It feels like simultaneously 1,000 years ago and like last night that we just met Gwen. Gwen, Summer, Atul, Astrid, Alice, Gustav, Bruce and Mickey, Stanley, Beverly and Jackie and Dahlia. Oh, wait. Where are we actually right now? Oh, okay. We actually have to go back. Shoot. Yep. It's... If there's one thing... Because, like, the first time I played this, I took it a lot slower. Just because I wasn't, you know... Oh, that spell. My sincerest apologies for pestering you with such mundane requirements, Commander, but your humble servant feels the need for sustenance. I would gladly accept the smallest of scraps of your magnificent cooking skills. Anything, really. Oh, yeah, let's go and get you some food. So you don't like fruit. And hug Buck. Also, that wouldn't cry for Giovanni since he's such a big jerk face, but he still cried for him. Well, because, like, Giovanni... It wasn't a cakewalk for the gifted ones, either. They had their own challenges. They were just open to the test. They were rewarded handsomely for their dedication. The weak ones, as much as the gifted ones, had a monster to tame. That monster was me. I am the enemy they would remember. I am the dragon they would have to slay, with hard work and complete dedication. Or they could whine and quit, and be out of my sight forever. The cat? Oh yeah, Daffodil is a little Spitfire. One of my favorite things is because one of the if you're playing this in single player, hold up, we gotta do this for Buck's quest.
Ah, book is finally ready. About time. I spent all my pocket money on glittery dice. I'm more than ready. Ah, yeah, okay. I am the mighty Emderil of the... Oh, screw it. I'm Jerome, okay? I know I should be in character, but whatever. Come on, what's the riddle? I see. This one's a doozy. I need to think about it. But I'm sure I'll figure out where to go. Thanks.
There's because of the one of the animations requires Daffodil interacting, like the tree cutting animation, and you see this a lot with the segments.
Bailey, hello, Commander. As a hero of... Damn it, I should have read the script sooner. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I'm taking a pause. You should too. It's always a good moment when you're between games to browse through your character sheets. What do you think of what you'll do next with your XP? But don't worry, I'll soon be ready. What do you think of the beginning of Gord Nebloth's story arc? Pretty cool, eh? I've taken as a basis the Dungeon of Destruction, sprinkled here and there a few elements of the Masters of Imhotep, and added the single best magic item from the Royal Campaign. Ah, and I'll let you in on a little secret. Remember One-Eye Omgorthog from the Three Towers? Yeah, remember him? I've added him to the campaign. Converting his stats to the new edition was a pain in the butt, though. I'm so excited. Alright, I'll go back to my notes. Can't be ready soon enough. See ya!
But yeah, there's an animation where Daffodil just puffs out into like a little fluff ball that just floats aggressively at you. Also, I just realized I still have this text on screen. Hold up, I need to remove this. That was for when I was playing Fire Emblem Engage, and the writing gives me like all of the depression. This game will give me all of the depression, but for very, very different reasons. All right, Eleanor, it's time to say goodbye. And from there, we just have Buck, Lily, and then Jackie.
Commander, your humble servant needs to... Oh, yeah, sorry. But it's fun, you know? I love being your humble servant, telling stories and crafting monsters and having a dungeon master screen. What I don't like, though, is that I'm the only one buying all the books and usually preparing everything. But Bob, Brian, and Jerome are cool enough. I mean, yeah, they could for sure make an effort. Brian is chill, though. That being said, I always have to remind him of rules for flanking. Well, me or Jerome, anyways. That guy, polar opposite, doesn't give it a single frack about role-playing. Probably wants to roll dice and find loopholes in the rules. Yeah, it pisses me off. But hey, at least Bob usually backs me up. Well, maybe Bob is in character a bit too much. But hey, who am I to judge?
Everyone has a problem with the writing. There's a problem with forcing you to care. Yeah. Stella, we are here. I know I've been working you hard lately. I hope you do understand. Everyone needs a little bit of discipline in their lives. For someone who takes others to the afterlife, you're holding on surprisingly well. I do have one last request for you. It won't be an easy one, considering what we've been talking about. Will you make the journey with me? Thank you. Honestly, Eleanor, as mean as she can be, I get where she's coming from. She is fundamentally a teacher, and she wants to show people what they're getting into in life. So yeah, she's a hard ass. Oh, one last thing. So you were my first student in this place. I don't think you deserve a passing grade. I won't hold it against myself, and neither should you. A lesson you should learn from this. If life is hard, you should not be hard to it. People have the ability to change. You have the ability to change. You can shape how you want to be. I know that this is sometimes a tradition, the passing of a legacy, a token at the end, an heirloom, something for you to remember my time here. I do not wish to give you one. However, I have prepared something greater. Tasks and requests from the great beyond that you will receive. A useless object will not make you think of me, but lessons will. I kind of feel like maybe her showing up earlier would have been better, but I get it. Welcome on in, Merle. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh, as this is the farewell segment, no redeems or commands, please. Hopefully, this will all be over soon. Let me think of something. Okay. I'll just say it. I just want to say, truly, from teacher to student, I am proud. You did good work. I've been thinking, when we get there, maybe, just maybe, we can hug. We'll see how I feel. This is the only time I will let you. Come on.
Commander, I can see your dedication to the quest of nourishment. Any explorer that is any worth needs sustenance, and an adventure pouch must contain multitudes. In my case, it's always the circumference for the red tomatoes of death. For every occasion, my absolute favorite fare is tomato pizza if you don't get it.
Fuck, why? So yeah, that's the only time you're ever allowed to see her animation. Very significant about Elena and what she represents to Stella and Spiritfarer. She is one of Stella's last patients. She managed to impress Stella with her toughness, stubbornness, and apparent lack of empathy, even when faced with a fatal short-term diagnosis. A rough piece of cypress, Elena's spirit flower, that can be used to upgrade your boat. My guess is cypress represents kind of steadfastness and strength in very harsh conditions. Insofar as Stella saw her as being a very, very strong person. The flower cypress, a symbol of dread and death in many cultures, and Elena's the only spirit who willingly accepts death as a simple moment without hesitation. Oh, are we getting him already? Oh, okay. The feeder ramen package stuff. Yeah, all that's left at this point is all that's left at this point is Jackie. Yeah, awesome. Welcome on in, Merle. Glad to have you. I guess none of my mods are here, so let me go ahead and shout out Merle real quick. If you like content with, you know, if you like lighter content than this, Merle's the place to be. To some degree, this entire series is mostly just me wanting to share this game because, God, I love it. It's if Hollow Knight didn't exist, it would probably be the game that I think is the single best game ever made. Just because of all of the important and really, really valuable life lessons and stuff it has to teach. If we could all be as strong as Elena sometimes, yeah. Elena was a hard ass, but like sometimes that's necessary. Bottom Light Incorporated and Oxbury. Sometimes you need someone who's just gonna kind of pick you up by the, like by your feet and or pick you up by your heels and throw you into the shark's nest, because that's how you're gonna learn. Hard's your ass. There's a time and a place for it. Now, I wouldn't trust Elena to do what is revealed that Stella does, because that's not necessarily the best place for gruffness and and hard assery. But I remember seeing this game at like an E3 showcase, and you can tell it was a very different compared to everything else that was shown. Oh, for sure. This game is, in basically every sense of the word, a gift of love. From the families that made it, to their, you know, to the people that they care about, but also, I think, to people like me who have never really experienced significant loss outside of pets. I'm lucky that no one I know and care about has like passed away yet. And so in a lot of ways, it's almost like training. You know, it kind of helps me recognize and see what to expect. And it hits especially hard because, you know, the whole nursing angle. Which is why I think Jackie's probably gonna fuck me up. The music alone is enough to tell me this game has substance. As someone who does like orchestral stuff, I think it's ambient because so there's still a bias there, but it's like really delightful. Honestly, I think the one recurrent theme between some of my absolute favorite games is like all of them have really spectacular music. Music does a lot to really heighten experiences, and I feel like it often ends up getting the short end of the proverbial like development stick. I don't know where you are. Are you over here? I want to say I think it is here.
Well, bucks at you, finally. Oh, say, I mean, glad to finally make your acquaintance, Commander. I am indeed Wardwick the Bard. It is I who has composed the Ode to Flabbergall the Drunk. I who solemnly performed at the court of Queen Fluthian for her wedding. And I'll be the chronicler of the Silver Company once again. Pretty good, eh? I love this character. Yes, you can count on me. I will meet you all at the Naked Bull Bear Inn as planned. And in the meantime, I'll scour the elder archives of the great library of Wallabool in search of very precise information. I also need to tell my mom. Okay, gotta run. See ya!
Alright, and now we go to Oxbury, which should be right here. Tactically evading the storms, that way we don't get caught up in one of the storm minigames, as we're just kind of vibing. Make sure I have everything else ready to upgrade Yep, we just need the golden ingot, or we just need the experience potions. And might as well, since we'll go ahead and just upgrade Elena's cubicle. He wouldn't let us do it while she's alive, so we'll have to we wait until she's passed. That way we can at least keep fond remembrance of her through that. Honestly, I think more people need to do something like this, a way to say goodbye, even if it isn't something produced for an audience, just to sometimes give a send-off. It's honestly, like, I think one of the beautiful things about this game is that even for someone like me who's never experienced the kind of loss that it depicts, I still think, like, it has given me a perspective on death of acknowledging that it is inevitable. So, like, low-key, this game inspired me to actually, like, come out to and, like, you know, talk to my first crush about the fact that I had feelings for him. So, like, you know, it didn't end up going anywhere, but because of that, I have a lot of really, really positive feelings for this game. You're mentioning Starkey is actually why the sound systems are some of the most stringent and most consistent pieces of hardware built for every computer and operating system. That's why Microsoft never actually touched it with Windows and just builds new abstraction layers over theirs. That's actually incredibly fair. Typically, what I look for in games is style and personality. I don't think I'd like the gameplay of all that much, but it definitely has a welcoming personality and a style that's memorable. Well, it's like the gameplay is a means to an end. The end is to make you like these characters. That way it hurts when you say goodbye. And I think, you know, if you come into this looking for like some intense like exploration, like, you know, if you're coming into this looking for some, you know, something more than just an experience, you're probably going to walk away a little disappointed, because I think this game's beauty is in the fact that it just is an experience. Music, sound, the audio bits of home entertainment computers are the most essential pieces of the computer. People put up with a lot of jank the moment your computer starts sounding weird is when people start tossing it. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, and that's more or less what ended up happening with like all of my laptops when I was younger. Back before, you know, I oh wait, no, I think I wanted Pine. It's one of those things where it's like, visual quality, who cares? Audio quality, like something can have low like video quality or video fidelity, but still be like fine if you just stylize around the fact that you inherently have like something that's going to be low visual fidelity. You can approach it differently. Audio fidelity is definitely more important in my opinion. If something sounds bad, there's really no fixing it. Ooh, is it you? Nope. Where's the guy? I'm not opposed to that. I just don't know if I can fully get into side quest parts in the shell building. I think just linear story is more easier for me to process. Probably why I resonate with Omori more. That's honestly fair.
Well. Finally, now I won't bow before you. I know who you are, and although I respect your reputation, I am Elperin, Ranger of the 7th Moon. And Rangers of the 7th Moon bow to no one. As the leader of the glorious Silver Company, I will hold once again the Crusader's mantle. Some preparations need to be made. And then, yes, I will ride my noble steed and regroup with you all. Go, reunite the Fellowship. The time has come, and adventure cometh once more.
Talk to Buck. Go look at video game history, that shows a lot as well, by the way. Games that people remember the more fondly are the ones that sound the best, and is why so many NES games persist versus PC games of the same era. NES games sounded consistent while PC games were a total crapshoot. I mean, look at games like Undertale, it isn't the most graphically intense game, and yet look how it did. Well, exactly! Oh. A letter from Elena. Oh, oh, Cannon, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Chat. Glad to have you. I've had enough time off. You've had enough time off. I've marked a few errands for you to do. Francis will provide you with the details. Stella, you've a bit more to go. I think you can upgrade your stations. So yeah, don't get me wrong, there's incredible sounding PC games, but more often than you had to get a $10,000 sound card to be able to hear them properly. That's too much. All right. Buck, where is you? Do I have to ring the bell? I think I'm gonna have to ring the bell. I think it turned daytime. But yeah, welcome on in, Ken. Glad to have you. Oh, there we are.
Commander, this is utterly fantastic. The Solar Company has answered the call once again. We will soon traipse once more on the Elysium fields of adventure. May the 11th stars bless your heart, Commander. You have truly been an indomitable herald of bravery. Now our next step will lead us to a shifty tavern, the naked Mole Bear Inn, nested in the frozen mists of the North Hamlet of Nordweiler. But before our appearance to the mysterious premises, there's a little something we should accomplish, Commander. I certainly am entertaining the concept of sustenance. Yeah, we cannot come empty-handed. That wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, look. We should just bring munchies, otherwise everyone will be miserable. Let's say some popcorn? A corn dog would be nice too. Oh yeah, and for dessert, toffee. That should do it. Alright, where was I already? Oh yeah. This undertaking might very well be below your level, Commander, but it shall be a well-earned respite in our quest for justice and glory. Onward.
Alright, gotta do cooking. Cooking on up. Rice. I feel like if there's one thing you should be able to burn, popcorn's definitely on the short list. We need pork, and I think it's any flour. Oh, I think it's very specifically corn flour, isn't it? Recipes. Schnitzel, fattened pork. Homemade paper, coal, beef fondue. Coffee is a dairy and a sweetener. Corn flour and pork. Okay, we gotta go get corn. Dang it. I don't have any. All right, let's go find a place with corn flour. Actually, maybe. So people never got to hear some of the cool themes that they put in for, say, Escape from Monkey Island or Ultima or other similar games, unless they were making stupid money or those games somehow got ported to Macintosh. Oh yeah, that's right. Then you get to enjoy the Macintosh lo-fi. Okay, can you give me corn? Corn. Corn. No. All right. Time for us to go to. I should have it in. It should be in Hummingberg. All right, where's the nearest fast travel? Let's go and make the toffee at least a dairy and a sweetener. Do I have a sweetener? I do not think so. How is this possible? Oh, I do have a sugar. Dairy. Hello, Mr. Steelman. I still think it's hilarious that, like, you can make the music stop. You're just an awful person for doing it. Conan Rabbit, thank you for follow. Welcome to Live Chat. Glad to have you. Oh, the thing that I brought it up earlier, but never actually followed through on the thought. For the vocal cover, I have sent the files over to Twiz. Twiz says that there is stuff there to work with, so basically as soon as I get that, I'll probably be posting on my Twitter. So exclamation mark Twitter if you'd like to go give me a follow, because that's probably posting it. Maybe also my Tumblr, which I need to add the Tumblr command. What do you like, man? You don't like, do you have anything for breakfast in particular? Fire taste exotic? They stay consistent with their lo-fi, and that was the point. It wasn't until Microsoft got on the PC scene that you saw more consistency with audio quality. They dominated the standard, and it wasn't like LucasArts and Origin Systems who could make the video game music. Honestly, it's cool to see like development history for pieces of technology. Okay. Theodore, come here. I have need of your corn. I have come for your pickle. No, I didn't want to talk to you. I've made a mistake. That might be the most mean thing I've ever said to an NPC. I didn't want to talk to you. I've made a mistake. Okay, we got the single piece of corn that we need. And then we need to go to, I can't remember, it was someplace in the northwest. All right, time to grow corn at the speed of sound. Something, I don't know, I never played a Sonic game. Also, this song makes use of the leitmotif that gets used basically everywhere in this game. All right. Wait, shit, I have to grind up the corn. The corn must be ground. Okay, I think it was Nordweiler. That's right. We're speedrunning. We're speedrunning depression. Me IRL. Going for the depression world record or just a PB? Just a PB. Speedrunning this game would be a very bizarre experience, I have to imagine. It's like the opposite of what this game is trying to get you to do. This game is trying to get you to like slow down so that way you actually like learn to talk to the characters and appreciate their presence. So that way it hurts more when they just stop being around because you've said goodbye. I guess the only two spirits we have left at this point are Jackie and like speedrunning this game just isn't right. It's definitely not. It's not the place to be. Is speedrunning this game. Right? Buck, where is you? Oh, is that the? Nope, it's the. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hand the things off to Buck wherever he is. Oh, there you are.
Still. Guess what? They finally corrected the second module, the weapon manual. They added the critical tables of finesse weapons and clarified the rules of engagement. Right when I was about to call it quits on Wars and Worms. You know, I was legit worried that would go down the 2.5 edition path. Yes, I know, I'm not missing words. Remember how they modified the spellcasting system? As if WW was a kids game, such as Sorcery the Reunion. Man, even after all these years, I'm still so bad at that.
Not him saying like, not him saying like Magic the Gathering is a kid's game. Okay. We have two things to give him. We gotta give him the toffee and the popcorn.
That popcorn smells great. Man, Brian will stop talking about it.
Of course, those legacies of the early systems still carry into video game music of today as well. A lot of concepts related to organic and adaptive game music. Including soft transitions you hear in games like this one come in part because of iMuse. Interesting. Okay. We have the toffee. Toffee.
That toffee is perfect. Wow, that looks so yummy. Bob will be delighted. Wonderful job.
Okay, and now we just need the... We're gonna be here for a bit. Hi, Lily. Okay, we literally just need the experience potions from Buck. Hopefully if we go to sleep? No, we can't. We're stuck here. Wow.
Not.
We are being held handsome. We're being held handsome. My God, my brain is broken today. We're being held ransom. Oh, we can enjoy the idle animations at least. Oh, there we go. Corn. Are my food's here? I'm gonna go eat. Yeah, for sure. Enjoy the lure, cat. Cool cats. Glad to have you. I'll be back. Work. You forgot the. There we go. We have the Moon Solo and the Silent Orca, which Moon Solo increases our the speed of our ship. Let's go ahead and finish up Olena's room. Let's see, we needed a rose gold. Okay, we're gonna have to make more copper. At least this one's easy to forge. How's the World of Dead today, Starkey? Welcome on in, Darius. Glad to have you. Today is the finale, so it is very lonely. The only people that are left on the ship at this point are Buck and Jackie. Welcome on in, Darcy. Glad to have you. And I guess Lily, although she doesn't really interact with us a lot. She just gives us hugs, which is nice, but her story is kind of in the moments around the world, not here.
Do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Oh, we got a wholesome button press. Also, I think my mod literally just went away, so let me go and give a shout out to Darius, who is also a fellow streamer. They are a snip, snow leopard. What does this mini game? Okay, there we go. Cool. Okay. Grab the food. We're handing this off to Buck. So we need it to be daytime, unfortunately. All right. I love it when in video games when you can outrun your camera.
Good morning.
There we go. I have a...
Oh, ran out of Gus of old corn dogs. Jerome and I don't always agree, but our friendships has been cemented by our mutual love of corn dogs. Yay, Stella, you've got everything. Oh, damn, sorry. By the lords of Wild, our fellowship's larder has now been filled up to the brim with delectable victuals. Commander, victory won't have been simply earned on the battlefield, but in the kitchen too. Now let's soar swiftly and sprucely to the modest hamlet of Dornweiler. The Silver Company is bursting with impatience. Naked Mulbear in its walls will forever see their stone imprinted in the memory of our congregation. Give the order, Commander. Fate awaits.
All right, Jackie, I saw you coming up here. There's DA making his noise. Dead answer noises. Oh god. I've given these characters all the same voice. What did I do? I forgot about the scene.
Sometimes grandmother's happen in the simplest of places. The air is damp with mean fumes. The atmosphere is tense, and the onlookers gaze at your appearance. The naked Mulbear Inn is a shabby parlor indeed. Its inconspicuousness is its best quality. A lot of people lost eyes here. You can smell the bloodshed in the air. A perfect rendezvous for the Silver Company. And indeed, our reunited adventurers each came forth with a piece of an intricate scenario. Wandrick the Bard in his research found an ancient
I'm open as fuck, boots the house down, slay.
Slay?
Welcome on to Waylon. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the 10th subscription for 10 months.
I'm trying to see some naked bear with his moles showing.
Oh my god. What kind of mold? 0 month streak? It don't mind. That's mixed up bot lying. It just lies about things sometimes. All right, I see we're in Gremlin hours. Let me go ahead and shout out Waylon and also Dirkson as well as a streamer. Also, we did get, yes, I do remember us getting I'm sure if we had Merle earlier. I'm pretty sure we also got them. Gotta get those two.
Commander, sometimes great events.
Okay. Wait, you can alt tab out of conversations?
The atmosphere's
Okay.
a lot of people lost their ears. You can smell the bloodshed in the air. The perfect rendezvous for the Silver Company. Wandrick the Bard in his research found an ancient tome in the elder archives of the Great Library of Wallabul. In it, words of a very wise and ancient being and oracle had been mentioned by the sages of Waron. Elsperad, the noble ranger, met with the witches' conclave of Samdara. The witches talked about the leaves of an elder tree, and through their forbidden ritual of Almazar, awakened the trees from its ageless slumber. And finally, Emdaril, riding his white steed, Emdaril did nothing but argue on the internet over the merits of the Poison Cloud spellcast at level 2. The job, Jerome, once again. Commander, the Silver Company might have unearthed where our next step will be. Roll a knowledge skill. 18. Success! You can't shake the idea that the Oracle is indeed hidden in Furugawa. This can be the only possible solution. Determined, you believe it's time to set sail. Towards Furugawa, to the Oracle. Commander, the Oracle is a being of immense wisdom. Only the Chosen One will be deemed worthy. You will have to face the Oracle alone. He is as old as time, watching all of us mortals. You can fight him in Furugawa. Find the Oracle.
Alright. Onwards to Furugawa. Let me go ahead and see what is left. Oh, there I go, out. Wait, did I? Oh, no, I chose view, not improve. I was like, did I break the game? Okay, we just need one more rose gold sheet and then... I'm not judging, but they know. They had to know, right? I just started Vermintide 2, and why did this even have such detailed feet? You know, reasons, I'm sure. No, I don't. Is the Onion Man's music covering up the... No, I don't want to talk to the Onion Man. Onion Man, please. I want every Skaven to take turns. Oh my god, Waylon. Jesus. Oh, well. The great horny rat, I mean horned rats. This is where cats were signaling. Of course you would notice that, Silken. Cats... Well, cats went out to go get food, so... but you also did get a new cats command video. So congratulations to that. Okay, Furugawa's right here. Here. Here? What the fuck is Furugawa? Are you Furugawa? You are Furugawa. Here we go. Cats does not eat. We actually might be able to... Depending on how long it takes, we might end up just waiting here for nightfall. So we can also make progress on Lily's quest. Which is a lot of, it seems to be mostly just, like, travel the world. and like, here was Stella's backstory as a person. Which, you know, I'm actually low-key here for, because a lot of it didn't get explained in the game before the DLC was added. So, like, I'm glad that they put it in the game at the very end here, so that way, you know, you don't have to go to, like, the art book or whatever to try and figure out, like, who Stella was as a person. Nope. So are you streaming tomorrow? Yes. Do not know what I'm going to be doing yet. Kind of waiting back to hear from Marsh, but I'll figure out something. Even if it's like a placeholder thing for a day. Talk to the Oracle Tree in Furugawa. Be you? I am the Oracle. I see visions of deception and hardship ahead. I see loss, sorrow, and pain. I see hope, love, and joy. You will return to the world with a token of passage, a piece of soul already paid, an item of immense value, an obol. But Spiritfarer, this is not what you came here for. You came here seeking answers. Is releasing the first part of their free story DLC tomorrow? Ooh, that might be fun. You will find these answers in those simple numbers. -185 and -92. These symbols will show you the way. A receptacle of light awaits.
Amazing. Commander, the day will forever be inscribed in archives of yore, forever sung by the balladers of the Seven Quarters. The Oracle has awakened. He talked to you. This puzzle might be cryptic, but you will no doubt find the solution. Of this I'm sure. Roll. Oh, well. I think you could figure this one on your own. Good luck.
Alright, -185, -192. -92. just waiting for, like, any day now for those XP potions.
That looks healthy, I guess. Yeah, sure, Stellars, I don't do fat foods. One day you're eating kale and quinoa, and then suddenly you're in a cult that venerates the juice gods. No, thank you, not for me.
Okay, we finally figured out one thing he doesn't like, which is healthy food.
Right on, thanks for the meal, I was starving.
Oh, we can finally finish up Eleanor's space. Improve Eleanor's. And then we have everything for you. Let those vegetables breathe and swing. That's fine. So yeah, this is Eleanor's fully upgraded place. The only things we can add are this bookshelf, this lampshade, and this plant. And every single one of those things, Eleanor hates. I like the personality of him freezing for a second. Can't trust just a hug to not be worse. Yeah. Jackie is, Jackie clearly has something going on. I'm wondering what's his deal. Alright. Missed the fog. Question is, have I fully upgraded everyone's space? Oh, I have not. I didn't upgrade Astrid's place at all. Oh my god. I need to fix that. Cotton fabric, clear glass. Clear glass. Note to self, it is clear glass, as I make infinite mistakes when it comes to whether the difference between clear and crystal glass. Alright. And then one cotton fabric. Do I have cotton thread? Yes. Gustav's place was fully upgraded. Tools. Archive room B252. More archives and notes than you would ever want. Wait, I wonder if that will actually give me more information on Beverly. Oh, well, we're here. Hidden shrine discovered. This one, I believe, you need to have, like, every single obol to actually... Oh.
The Oracle's words were true. Commander, these dark woods conceal a shrine of immense power. Old-fashioned shrines have a will of their own. Imbued with the divine power of Halterin the Wise, they can only reveal themselves to the true heir of Romalda. They've succeeded in my spot. Only you, the Chosen One, can resonate with its magic. Only you, the Star Child, can wield the glaive of divine justice. Go, Commander. Cast our heavenly magic and whisper the secret word. May your actions enlighten our path.
Okay. Light burst. Right trigger to release Everlight in all directions around you.
The Silver Company is by your side, Commander. Blessed be the 11 stars. You definitely are the chosen one. The Light-Bearer, the Sunbringer. She who shall enlighten our souls and liberate our consciousness drenched in shadow. The power bestowed upon you by the very fabric of this world will be our weapon. A weapon whose power will rival the thrice-forged glaive of Elfelder, the first of the Dalars. Alas, this party must split up now. The Silver Company has played its role fully, and it is time for its members to head back to their homesteads. They did nothing! Also, these guys are past their curfews, need to get back home. Let's check back to the Galleon, where I shall describe our next task in great lore-dumping detail. Also, I need to look at my notes again.
Alright, now we can get the XP potions. Alright, fast travel. We just unlock flashbang as a skill, basically. My job here is done, but you didn't do anything, Toral's Cave. It basically is the mask whatever figure from oh god, that's from what is that? What is that anime?
Commander, I must sadly bequeath you grim knowledge. I need to shed an anguished light on our essential mission. We cannot defeat the primeval evil powers of the Lich God Gordemloth by ourselves.
Tuxedo mask from Sailor Moon, that's it.
We must rally to our cause, the free people of the three continents. You shall light the fires of Tondor. We will trek through the treacherous waters of the Great Sea and illuminate the skies, sending your heroic message. The fires of Tondor might be known to you already. Cradle of Light itself, the Tower of Radiance where you met me, your humble narrator. And the most conspicuous fire of Tondor is nestled at the heart of the Gallery of Sins. Finally, the last fire of Tondor is hidden atop the eternal ice spire, concealing its pure white light. But, Commander, you have to know that our road will all be but safe. I must warn you of the great danger posed by the orcs of the Shadowstone clan. Their master, the war chief, Amgrothog One-Eye, is Gordemlath's vassal. Surely the orcs will maneuver to ambush us at the faintest of opportunities. In fact, quick, roll initiative. 1, fumble. You are completely taken by surprise. The orcs jump from shadows and bellow ugly roars. The Shadowstone clan will devour your innards, shouts Gomgoda, the orc chieftain. Ready yourself, and Commander. Some of these foes will be protected by Gordemloth's nefarious magic. Only your light burst ability can shatter their protection. May the fight begin.
Okay, we have to get the ones that are protected in order to get the XP potions. Dang it. Well, at least we're getting enough XP potions to actually build the... Really glad this is an easy event to repeat, because holy heck, this is hard. Luckily, the AoE is pretty generous. Okay, well. Where do we listen to this music for a little bit? Let's go build the upgrade. Now that we have finally had the experience potions. And almost exactly enough.
Fantastic. Crawling through the debris, wounded and vanquished, Gomgolta extirpates himself from the field. I will be back, stronger and crueler. In a shriek, the routed orcs vanished from the remnants. This was astounding, Commander. Your fighting aptitude is exceptional, but there is not a minute to waste. Cowering deep in their caves, the orcs of the Shadowstone clan are regrouping and planning their revenge. Quick, to the fires of Tondor.
Okay, it's finally time.
Nice. What a beaut. As always, Stellars, great job. Such great work, actually, that the bees are already started living in their hive. Now remember, bees eat flowers. Well, at least they did at Graham's place. Maybe they can eat some other stuff? Alafel honey? Yeah, I better not mess with the proud art of honey making. Anyway, that's a trick to keeping your bees happy. If you want them to give you honey, make sure to keep some mature plants around the hive. When the hive is nice and plump with honey, you just get in there real good. Then you can swipe the sweet, sticky bounty super quick like. Got it? If you have any questions, just ask. Oh, and that makes me think of something else. You know me, I don't need much. I could pretty much sleep anywhere. But I've been thinking, you know, as your assistant, living in the same common area as the patients, well, it's a bad look, ain't it? I really think you should build some kind of staff room. Nothing fancy, just somewhere to lay down after a shift. 4 walls and a roof. I'm not a guest here after all. Anyway, just a thought. Hope you can get to it. See ya.
Please don't require XP potions. Cotton fabric. That's the only thing I need. Love it. Alrighty.
You actually did it. And some very... Yeah, well, it's pretty much exactly what I asked for, right? I guess I just didn't expect it all to be so drab. Not that I mind, you should see some of the places I've lived. In comparison, this looks like a 5-star hotel, but like, more boring. But in a good way. Boring like meditation or reading. Zen? Is that the word? Anyways, thanks a bunch. I'll be able to assist you much better with this little on-call room.
All right. It feels a little bit weird that we got Jackie this late into the game. So now I'm like, Missing blueprint. Look for a blueprint in the world. I guess we can just go be near Furugawa, so that way when nighttime strikes, we can, Urenu, Iwashima, near Furugawa. There it is. Alrighty. Is it Borbowers? Are we Borbin? Honey. Yeah, the honey will come at some point, I'm sure. Maybe Jackie likes sugary stuff? I'm struggling to figure out what Jackie likes. Are we just waiting? He's eating, right? Oh, so probably meat. That makes sense. Do not put the fucking... Alright, I guess we're gonna try and work on those electrum sheets.
So hungry.
I don't have any homestyle food for you. Fuck, what the fuck? I was trying to feed you food and then you fly off. Welcome on to Domestic Crumpet, glad to have you. Don't mind me yelling at the chimera creature who complains that he's hungry and then fucking leaves.
What does this button do?
This jerk.
Please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Oh, Dirk said, I can't believe you released the Pissman.
Why are you a loaf?
You can't ask the cat why it's a loaf. There's bigger problems going on right now. The Pissmen have escaped. I guess we're gonna work on some electrum sheets. While we need silver ingots. Another. Oh. Ouch. What the hell? Stella, I didn't do nothing wrong, alright? It was these gosh darn little psycho critters. They just lashed out at me. Bunch of lunatics, I'm caring for y'all, alright? You'll be dead if I didn't care for you. I should pump them all full of smoke and dump them off the boat. The gosh darn, the bees. Shit. I'm doing it again, aren't I? It's Daria all over again. They're just bees. They can't do anything wrong. And Daria, she's just Daria. I don't know why I get like that, Stella. Sometimes something happens. Anything. A big noise, someone says something I don't like, or it's got an attitude, or has a bad attitude, and it just gets so overwhelming. Feels like I'm drowning, and I can't breathe, and I can't think. I just start seeing red, and I barely remember what happened. I want to change, Stella. You gotta believe me. Please. I don't know how. I thought I could do it myself, but obviously yeah, I'm a chump. I know it. Jackie the loser. I don't think I haven't heard that one before. Can't do anything, right? Always messing up. Just, I need some time alone. I can't talk to you right now. Oh, this one hits so fucking close to home. I hate it. Yeah. That... How do you follow that up? There's not really much to do besides be like, well... Oh, hey, hello, this game. Welcome on in, Pikachu. Glad to have you. We are actually closing on finishing up this game. We just have one spirit to say goodbye to, and then for the final segments to play out of, at this point, all of the remaining content is basically new to me. Jackie's been suffering for a long time. Oh, for sure. But yeah, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Who was your favorite spirit? Oh. It's hard to say, because all of the spirits do... I do want to follow up, but there's a lot of spoilerinos. It's hard to say because all of the spirits are clearly here. Or, like, you know, it's like apples to oranges. Or, no, like, I guess because you can't compare fruit and have a favorite one. It's like, oh, what? Already? Hey! Hey, Stella. We need to have a talk. I'm not doing good, Stella. Like, not at all. I know I act tough and all, but truth be told, I don't think I've ever been doing good. Shit. You know, you really do get on my nerves sometimes. Always so happy, or caring, or just sparkly. I don't know how you do it. I've seen those people you care for. I know them, because I've cared for them too. And yeah, sure, some of them are nice and all, but most of them, pardon my language, they're assholes. Nitpicky, demanding, rude. But you, everything seems to just glide over you. Some old cuckoo yells at you because their pudding's the wrong color, and you just smile. Softly, gently, always. And then you magically fix the situation. You're always the first to arrive, the last to leave. And I've never heard you bad-mouthing a patient. As for me, I need help, Stella. Whenever I try to get better on my own, I just wind up sliding back into a dark place. And I'm so sick of being angry all the time. I think it's time I stopped kidding myself. I'm not a caretaker. I can't even take care of myself. So, you know, guess you have a new patient now. Sorry to be a burden like that. Not that I know of any other way to live. So, now that the hard thing's been said, my room, it's a little bare, don't you think? I want a fresh start, but I'm not sure a naked gel cell is the way to go. When I think of something, I'll just ask you straight, no games. For the moment, though, could you get me some posters or something? Can't stand the concrete walls anymore. I really need them covered up. Feel like I'm getting cabin fever in here. I'm almost at the make a girlfriend out of mashed potato point right now. Jesus Christ, with bronze, clear glass, and iron ingots. What kind of fucking poster are you working with, my guy? Like, Jackie's one of the more complex characters. Sarky's on the Super Dreadnought. Welcome on, Nectar. Glad to have you. Things are rough right now for Jackie. Powerful motivational ones, apparently. Are we playing How Hard Can Starkey Cry tonight? We've already said goodbye to Eleanor, so... And it is time to fluster the burb. It is never time to fluster the burb. But thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Alright, there's Electrum. Bronze, and I think clear glass was the other thing. And then iron ingots. There's a lot at play with Jackie for sure. It's important to note the parallels between him and Stella. Yeah, because he brings it up himself first. You know, Stella. It's clear that he looks up to Stella and sees like in her the way he thinks he should be. All right, and now iron ingots. Hopefully there is no, Oh, Picotti, thank you for the follow from live chat. Glad to have you. Hopefully, I don't have to like actively search for something to complete, because I'm assuming I have to fill up his room. And that in turn is why he came to Stella after he left. Yeah. God, I love this game. From a character writing perspective, I genuinely don't think that there's another game that, like, I think Undertale is a fair comparison from its character writing perspective, but I think that this has more underlying things to say. All right, iron. Improve. All right. Let's go ahead and go take care of the Lily location here. Oh, I hugged the cat. I didn't mean to do that. But, you know, cat hugs. We'll take them. Under the robot can say the F slur and it's okay. Tails writing doesn't really have much substance out of the context of the game itself. Yeah, it has a lot. The character writing in Undertale is really good, but it doesn't have any overarching or like long-term it doesn't have any like lessons to really teach beyond don't stab people, I guess. This photo album sure makes you look well-traveled, sis. Listen up, because I'm going to read your embarrassing postcard. Let me find my famous Stella voice 1 second. Dear Mom and Dad and Lily, my trip has been amazing so far. I'm even making friends. A boring thing to say. At this rate, the summer will be gone in a flash. Last weekend, I went to Shirakawa-go in the Toyama Prefecture. I took a tour to visit these beautiful rice paddies. It was an impressive sight. Next to these incredible houses at the bottom of the mountains. It was especially beautiful at night, with the glow of the moon. Oh, Stella, you perv. He's an art curator from Germany. He's creating an art exhibition in Nagasaki. The tour was in Japanese, so he helped me with some of the nuances. He gave me his address and invited me to his show. I miss you all, and I can't wait for you to visit me in a few months. Stella. Yes, stay out of my room, Lily. I didn't. I gotta head out. I hope you enjoy the ending. For sure. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Wow. You were so outgoing. I don't ever remember being like that. So full of life. I was always a bit dramatic, let's say. I wonder if you went to see Gustav's exhibition. That was his name, right? We never got to go on that trip to see you. Dad got sick around that time. He had trouble walking. His body was swelling and everything hurt him. I never understood why they kept it from you. They probably knew you'd come back as soon as they told you. Take care of him. I got to see Dad get sicker and sicker. I wasn't able to do anything to help. I still remember your face when you got home. For a second, it was like you didn't recognize him. Let's keep going. It's not like you ever shied away from death. Not the time. Bad Cat's command timing twist. But also welcome, I'm glad to have you. You basically made it your whole world. I'm sure you've got some pictures of when you moved to Montreal. Let's take a look. I'm so sorry. It's all good. We're just going through. We're hitting the end of the story, I think. Because, you know, at this point we're just figuring out who Stella was as a person. Which I'm glad they added this segment because this is all DLC content. I've not read any of this. And it really helps like develop Stella as a character. When in the original game, all you really got to know was that Stella was a palliative care nurse and that, like, you know, I think a new goal for the thing, make it so good that you start crying. Oh, for the no, I've already talked about talked about it. The vocal recording of the end credit sequence. Which, to be fair, I literally did cry while recording some of those audios. Palliative care or hospice care? Palliative care, not technically, they're the difference is minuscule enough where it's like, eh. I don't think anyone's gonna like. It's not a plot hole to argue that she's both a palliative care and a hospice care nurse. I heard it. Oh, god damn it. Here I thought like I was able to keep the trembling in until the very end, and then when I stopped the recording, I was able to. I thought it would help, but yeah, it really doesn't. I don't need to hang in there, whatever that means. And I certainly shouldn't be proud like a tiger. Tigers even proud, like, at all? They're not the same. Don't say that like I just didn't work with palliative care and hospice cares last month. I'll scream and shout it all out. The trembling makes it authentic. Yeah, okay, fair. No, a lack of pride's certainly not the problem. I'm selfish, is what it is. I just think of myself. I act rationally and I wind up hurting people. Hurting a lot of people, actually. And hurting them bad. And then, even if I try to make it better, it's too late. This shit, Stella, it sticks. Palliative care is like end-of-life care. Technically, that's hospice care. But, so like, hospice care is working with people, if I remember right, who are so old, like, you know, that like, they can't take care of themselves, well as palliative care is like helping ease people into like a, you know, a condition where hospice care is the end of life care, like the person is going to die. But also like it's nursing, which is a more generalized field. That's something like engineering, where there's a very specific difference between like electrical and like computer engineering. A nurse who was taught in like one thing can probably do nursing in most situations. I believe she is a palliative care nurse. Is very specifically what the, you know, what they say she does. And then when you try to brush it away, you just wind up smearing it. You're just stuck with it, and there's nothing more to it. Old Jackie. Yeah, I don't think I can ever get over it. I really thought the posters would help. Turns out they just make me feel terrible. But it might be good. Maybe I deserve to feel terrible. What? No, don't make that face. I'm serious, you know? Okay, I've got another idea. I think I might need to focus on something else. You know, check out of Hotel Jackie just for a while. I was thinking of a plant, but I'm pretty sure I'd just kill it. How about something that can't be killed? Maybe like a little sand garden with rocks and stuff. It's kind of like meditation, I guess. You get me that? As an adult, Stella was a palliative care nurse in charge of helping increase the quality of life of patients with serious illness. She accompanied those that might not have much time left and ease their pain by being there for them right up until she became ill herself. So, there's a better phrasing. Palliative is improving quality of life near the end. Hospice is mandatory care at the end. There's enough overlap there where I feel like that's just a pedantic argument. if you're splitting hairs at that point, but because honestly, like the difference between palliative care and hospice care is just how close they are to going. But that's kind of just my view. All right. What was the thing I needed for the Zen Garden? Something from the Foundry. Steel sheet. Oh, good. Steel sheets. My favorite. When the hospice workers come around for my roommate, there were a lot of actual medical stuff going on. So let me meet at Lily with an Oxbury shrine during nighttime. Get your Oxbury. Okay. Zen garden, so we need the still sheet. Where are you? Here we are. So we're probably just gonna have to absolutely just destroy this one with like a max full charge hammer swings. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, that works. Alrighty. Oh. Hey, wants to talk to us. Neat. Oh, Stone Garden. I'm kind of surprised, actually. I didn't think you'd go through with it. Kind of silly, isn't it? Anyway, let's see what we're working with here. The sand, it's nice. It's got a cool color. And it's very fine, but still has some texture to it. And the stones, they're very pleasant. They've got a very nice weight. Very stone-like. Even the little wood rake is all pretty. It's all very soothing. My dad had a little sand garden like that in his office. Just like that, but much smaller. I always wanted to play with it, but he didn't let me. I guess that's the real reason I've asked you for one. Just to get back at him. But you know, he deserved it. Man, hell, he was okay. Shit. I'm doing it again. I'm lying for no goddamn reason. Mom and Pops were okay. They had their issues, sure, but I'm not messed up because of them. No, that's on me. I don't know why I keep telling these tall tales. Like the ones about my grandpa. Truth is, I barely knew him. I saw him once a year, and then I was old enough, he tried to teach me about bees. I was just a dumb teenager. I didn't care. And then he died. So now I'm just a dumb adult who knows jack shit about bees. Guess I want to believe that my childhood messed me up. Otherwise I have to own up to my own shitty behavior. Yeah, maybe that's just who I am. Shitty and broken. That'd be fitting. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the garden, Stella. I'll, see ya. Damn right, a meaty dish. You know, Stellas, I'm a big boy. Only meat can give me the proteins to sustain my body. It ain't rocket science. Jackie, please stop saying these things about yourself. HR told us about no PUDA. Glad to see you're not a square. I think I get now why Stella chose for him. I think I get now why Stella chose for him. He seems like he's in denial. Because he's trying to be a better person. He wants to be a better person. He just doesn't know how to go about it. Which is, like, really fucking sad. You know? That drive to, like, want to be, you know, someone that others can approach and rely on, but not being able to figure out your own issues so you can be that. It doesn't make what he did to, like, Daria okay, but it at least explains it. He recognizes that what he did wasn't okay, and he's trying to own it. God, I love this game. After you've been a bad person for so long, you kind of forget how do you not be what others consider bad? Yeah. Okay, I need to get the other Electrum sheet. Oh. Hello? I got it now. Stella, I have something else to ask you. And I think this might be the one thing that I'm missing. You know how I never went to school? Well, I mean I did, but I dropped out of high school. So I figured maybe the problem is that I'm not smart enough? I've got all this energy, but I don't know what to do with it because I never was taught. That's an easy problem to solve. I just need to get smarter. And the best way to do that is with books. I didn't care for them when I was a teenager, didn't have the patience. But now that I'm a serious adult, I'm sure I can make it super easy. Did you get some for me? Self-help books. Letting it go for dummies. Pulsar ingots and rose gold sheets. I should have pulsar ore. Rose gold sheets, not gonna be too bad. If I remember right, pulsar is like the worst thing to bake though. But yeah, I think I see where Jackie's storyline's going. Just kind of a man out of sorts. Someone who desperately needed therapy as a kid to try and figure out their emotions, but who just didn't get it. Like he says, his parents were fine, but also sometimes it's a kid needs more than just fine parents. That's quite literally what special needs is for kids who need just a little bit of unique attention. Which is like, it's one of those things where like special needs has also almost become like was a high school dropout that made it to palliative care unit of an underfunded, dilapidated hospital. Yeah. Honestly, because like, to some degree, like, you know, my mom does get frustrated because she's worked with people like that, where it's like they don't know how to help. They're trying their hardest, but they just kind of get in the way more than anything. Yeah. And so yeah, I very much see and relate to. Oh, I need more gold. Son of a. This is like the last of the gold I have. Oh wait, no, I have plenty. What was I thinking? It's like the, you know, it's like the B team of hospital, like. Also, welcome on in, Stevens. Glad to have you. It's like the almost like kind of the B team of hospitals, like not like basically just like you know enough about like nursing to give people pills day to day, so you're like not trusted with anything. Oh, thank God. Did not want to have to start forging from the beginning. In a lot of ways, it's got to be frustrating. Okay, rose gold. And we're also going to probably do the lily section while we're here after we do this rose gold. Oh. Okay, so and one thing that I always thought the eastern section was New York, but no, I guess it's Montreal. So it's Canada. Oh, Canada. Markle is gone, right? And DA's not lurking. I don't know shit about something about the French part. I know that the Canadian national anthem has a French part. Jackie entered the world broken and got to see the world treating broken people how they do. Yeah. It's almost like a how am I different than the people I'm taking care of? But like not taken to the like, you know, not taken in the approach that's necessarily healthy. We first meet in the hospital. He's sanguine and jolly. He was surrounded by angry, disgruntled patients, but he was able to stand strong against them to give them care. Right? He was in his element. Neat. Whoa, books. Yeah, sure. Takes me back. Maybe I'd have turned out different if I had stayed in school. When I dropped out, my parents kicked me out of the house. Oh. Jackie, sweetheart, no, your parents aren't. They should. No, they didn't kick me out. Not right away, anyway. I just spent the next couple of years freeloading. I don't even remember what I did with all that my time. Nothing, probably. They were pretty nice about it. But after a while, we started arguing, like a lot, and over nothing. And then I moved out. I was just too proud and we pretty much stopped talking. So I guess they didn't kick me out at all. You know the rest of the story. I needed a job and the hospital was so understaffed they hired just anybody. What a shit decision that was. Better get into these books. Thanks, Stella. All right. Let's go see what Lily has to say. Question? Go for it. Where's Atul? Atul's gone. Atul left. We didn't even get to take him. We didn't even say goodbye to him. For a lot of people, Atul is the hardest goodbye because he doesn't say goodbye. After the dinner that you have with him and other spirit friends, he's gone. He disappears that night. And the only indications that he was ever there are that his constellation appears in the sky and his spirit flower appears in his room to indicate that, yeah, he swam to the Everdor himself. Which mirrors how Atul passed in the real world, where he just kind of disappeared. Like his, when Stella was in Europe, Atul just kind of disappeared and they never saw or heard from him again. So for a lot of people, Atul is the hardest goodbye because you don't get a goodbye. He's just grumpy because the dinner reminded him of his father and then he's gone. That's your first Montreal apartment, isn't it? When you moved out of the house to the big city, my big sister, striking out on her own. Yeah, that place was such a dump. Sorry, sis. It was. You could decorate it all you wanted. It would always smell whatever your neighbors were cooking. And you could hear them yelling at each other. Your rent was probably so cheap. Plus you were all alone. No roommates? Well, not quite alone, with Daffodil. Speaking of which, I'm still mad at you for taking the family cat. I don't remember us talking that much during that time. You were busy with work. I was still in high school, not paying much attention. I don't think we had much in common. Except death, maybe. For me, after Dad, I had to do something about it. I was trying to shut it out, but it kept coming anyways. I don't know how you can deal with it constantly. Working at the hospital with people at the end of their lives? Around you all the time? Helping those people who are suffering in front of your eyes. There was Summer. She did not go quick. That cancer stayed inside her and took its time. It even gave her some hope, but it came back harsher. The home was devastated. It's probably for the best that Rose wasn't around to see it. Rose was so kind-spirited and fragile. Losing her dear Summer would have broken her heart. I remember going to Summer's house with Mom with all those plants and that heat. It was like a sauna. She said something about the body being like all living things, especially plants. I just remember being mad and sweating a lot. Then there were the friends you made along the way. That Giovanni and his wife Astrid. To hear you talk about them, they were basically your adoptive grandparents. And the stories that would come out of their mouths. The cheating, the lies, the heartbreak. All those headaches. Can you imagine what Giovanni put Astrid through? But she was right at his side at the end. Even if she had moved on, even if she had found someone else, he was her one and only Gio. Forever. They both knew they only had each other in the end. That's how I want to go out, sis. Holding the hand of the one I adore. I think I need a refill. Maybe stretch my legs a bit. I'll be back in a minute. Don't you go anywhere. Aww. God damn it. Even in these, like, you know, these, like, smaller, sad moments, the game so easily draws tears from me. It basically says what I was saying before. Astrid knew what Gio did. She just loved him right to the very end. It's very much possible to still love the people who hurt you. And to know that they will hurt you again. To some degree, it's a sad life, but it's the one that you can kind of prepare yourself for if you know what you're gonna get into, basically. Oh, hello, Buck. Oh, welcome on in, Mitsubo. Glad to have you. Thank you for the 200 biddies also. I really, really appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. Oh.
Popping in for a bit to offer bitties to mad scientist Overlord Burb.
I've harvested some honey. Take it.
But yeah, thank you for the biddies. It's really, really sweet of you. Harvest honey helps around the boat. Is that Biken? Yeah, that was Biken. Apparently people, I love that video so fucking much. What's this game? This game is Sadness. It's basically just Sadness Simulator. It's Spiritfarer. I highly recommend just about everyone play it or watch someone else play it. Depression the game. Spiritfarer is the game where you hug furries. Yeah. And feed them. Excellent. Yes. Good points. We must trick all of the furries into playing this game. The Tundra. Graymist Peaks Shrine during nighttime. Or you can go to Starkey's YouTube and watch the playthrough there. That's fair, and I do fun little voices. Fun little voices. Graymist Peaks. Where in the world is that? Ah, here we are. I think I should be able to upgrade the thing, so maybe we'll find out more about Beverly. If we improve... Okay. No, I still need to make the other Electrum cheat. Also, this game has, like, weirdly sick movement.
Where the rats?
Want to make JoJo joke since the character name is Geo but can't, so I pass it off to you lovely chat members.
Welcome on in, Zane Ringtail. Glad to have ya. Nothing bad ever happens. Nope, just hugging her cute furry friends and feeding them delicious food forever. For sure. Yeah, welcome on in. Glad to have ya. That I even said, like, all jokes aside, this is... I keep coming back to the Undertale comparison. It's like if Undertale had something to say about morality besides don't kill people, which like isn't a knock against Undertale. Undertale is, you know, it's not trying to be anything other than what it is, which is kind of just like a deconstruction of the RPG genre, which is like enough. That is far and away enough. Joe did become a gangstar in the end. That's actually Bruce and Nikki. They're the gangsters. This is Electrum, so the game hurts you in a way that matters. Yeah. Undertale knew what it was, a silly game with a unique mechanic to not kill people. Yeah. Which is why it, to some degree, now that I think about it in retrospect, it's kind of funny how far afield the Undertale fan base went with the game. Like, you know. To be fair, there's something more. I feel like, well, we've yet to see with Deltarune, but it feels like there's more going on with Deltarune. Don't get me started. What, you don't like do? How many notes do you need to recognize Undertale? 1. To recognize. You need exactly 1 note to recognize Megalovania. Oh, Rankabird! Welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. For those who do not know, I'm Stark Morph, Big Gay Chaos Chronic Internet Friday streamer live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games like this one. However, I also play Nintendo, VR, and at some point in the future, hopefully, VR games. And just kind of whatever games happen to interest me. Yeah, this video does summarize the stream quite excellently. It's all jams, and then something will inevitably go horribly wrong. But yeah, welcome on in. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. How was Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? Hopefully had a good time with that. Hold up, I'm only showing my stream in a nutshell. That car crash. That car crashes my stream in a nutshell every single time. You only need 1 note to recognize Sans and Komeda's song. Project. It was really fun. Loved it. Awesome. Oh. Wait. This is all the information on all the spirits. Hold up. This is wild. Prefers theme from the Undertale more as like an actual game song. That's understandable. Almost lost a finger while living on a farm in Indiana. What the fuck? That's I didn't realize Gwen lived in Indiana. I always thought she was more like British, like, cause she had a villa. Her first theme from Undertale more as like an actual game song. That's, I think I already read that. Her favorite cigarette brand has always been Red Apple. The night her mother died, she ate 5 buckets of popcorn to deal with the grief. Oh, that certainly that's like so sad with the fact that we just gave her so much. Her family did, but she didn't like them. Makes a mean guacamole but hates eating it. Despite her vocal protestations, she loves hearing Giovanni snoring. Slapped a Nazi soldier with a cast iron skillet during the war. Go off, Astrid. Doesn't really understand the deal with Chablis. I have no idea what that is. Is that like a wine? Really likes rugby. Thinks the paradigm shift of postmodernist movements was a mistake. Might have eyes in the back of her head. Hates when people drag their feet. Saw the potential in you all along. Alice, her secret pie dough is actually store-bought. Oh no. Likes one granddaughter more than the rest, but will never tell. Sometimes dreams of Ansgar's strong arms. Caught a fish with his bare hands. Awarded a participation award at a wood carving contest. Sits down in the shower. Chablis is a type of wine. Okay. Summer. Think citrine and quartz are different stones. Oh my god. Look at this fucking call-out post. Oh. Once mimicked the movements of a sunflower field for a whole day. Secretly thinks Rose's family is weird. Likes Jackie. Likes to boast about his foreign origins, but doesn't know much about his father's country. Often in his underwear because he runs hot. Has murky memories of his childhood. Rusameki thinks you don't need to know right now. Loves marble on everything, says Mickey's never lost a fight. Beverly won 2nd place at Chelsea's annual chili cook-off. Never forgets if someone has ever been mean to her. Only had one favorite neighbor in her life. Buck secretly thinks Demons and Ghouls 2nd edition is better than the first. Has a fondness of Paul Bunyan. Daria has chromesthesia or sound to color synesthesia. Was extremely popular throughout her art academy, which she wouldn't act up as much as when she gets visitors. As you, by the way, you were her favorite neighbor. I had a feeling. Giovanni splashes himself with other people's perfume whenever he can. Had once stolen an ashtray that already belonged to him. Knows almost all of Pablo Neruda's poems by heart. Oh, Stanley! Saw a squirrel once, ate 2 breakfasts in a day one time, likes looking up at the stars at night. Lily never turns down a drink, afraid of the big unknown. I think that's honestly it's understand. It's I would I feel like it's almost like tautological to be like it's understandable to be afraid of dying because you don't know, but like that's basically the fundamental human fear is not knowing what happens after death and the fear that comes therein. And it's definitely like the theme of this game is just like, how do you deal with the unknown that comes with, you know, the inevitability of death? Excuse me, Jackie, where did you go? Jackie, you must consume the food. Here you are. I've harvested some honey. Take it. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Thanks. Grey-mist peaks. Oh, Lily, I know this is painful for you. We are almost there together. Oh, I don't like that. Stanley, the poor baby. I think if... To some degree, I'm reminded of this line that, like, the measure of a man is how many tears are shed when he passes. And by that, it would either be Alice or Stanley are my favorite. They're definitely the ones I cried the hardest at, because, I mean, one is a child, and the other one is intended to be, like, the omni-mother figure who's just wants to take care of people. So I think it's fair to point to those two as potentially being frontrunners, but also, like, every single character in this game has earned at least some amount of sadness from me. So, like, you know, it feels like splitting hairs at some point to be like, yeah, this one's my favorite. Goodness gracious, I missed a lot of blueprints. Okay, you're all done. Gotta make sure everyone's house is fully upgraded. Be the change you want for the life inside you, or don't bother, no second guessing. Delicately handcrafted miniature Zen garden, complete with his miniature boulders, miniature sand, and a miniature rake. A series of self-help books by famous life coaches such as Bobson, Dugnut, and Dwigged Rortugel. Why do I feel like this is a reference? Like it's a reference to, because I don't keep up with self-help culture. To some degree, I consider it a little scammy. A lot of it can be. So I'm assuming that's reference to people I have no idea. Mostly for me, it was either Stanley or so far Jackie, just because I kind of relate with them more. That is honestly fair. Jackie's already earned some, like, you know, has earned a few tears just because of how clearly, like, shook he is. All right, we wait for nighttime to fall. But yeah, I think one of the things that this game does really impressively is, even though, like, with the DLC, they kind of added someone who is very similar to another spirit. They added Beverly, who is very, very reminiscent of Alice. It's still, like, every single spirit in this game is so strongly differentiated enough in their characterization that it's, like, it's almost difficult to forget a single one. You can forget their, like, you know... There's a moment of, like, realization when I'd been far enough away from this game that I realized I couldn't remember Astrid's name, and that was really, really guilty, because her entire farewell is like, please don't forget about me. So like, but I also, oh, there we are. I went the wrong way. No, wait. Where do I go? Okay, there we go. I'm trying to remember how to, where this the shrine is here. For Alice, it was a situation where she spent her entire family as a stay-at-home mother, dedicating herself to her family. When she was finally able to do something for herself, anything, it was cut short by dementia. Yeah, and then Beverly, it was clearly, you know, clearly kind of more like she was a less of like a stay-at-home mom. Welcome on in, Trunks. Glad to have you. Hey, I'm back. I'm sad to report that there were no cute doctors wandering the halls. Look at you. You look so frail. But even on your hospital bed, you're still gorgeous. Well, this whiskey bottle is half empty. Let's just go ahead and say you drink the rest. Do you remember that phone call you gave me last year? You had taken a sabbatical from work. I had to call the center to learn about it. Yeah, she took a few months off. She got some bad news. What a weird way to learn that your sister isn't doing well. So you call me 2 weeks or something after. It's maybe 2 in the morning here. For Beverly, was a situation where she spent her life wanting to share her life with others, and in the end, she wanted to talk about her life and her experiences so much, even while she was still struggling with Alzheimer's. Yeah. So it's two approaches to very similar illnesses that are distinct yet clearly related. Like, and I love the amount of detail in the character writing. God, I love this game. I've said that so many times this stream. It's maybe 2 in the morning here. Your voice was shaking. I could hear you breathing heavily. You started talking about the trees around you in the air. No, hi Lily. No, I'm not doing well. Nothing, just talking about the trees in the air. You said it was cold. It felt like death, even over here. I didn't even know where here was. It went silent, and then you said you'd be home in a few days. I didn't know what to make of it. Were you sleepwalking? Was that whole thing just a dream? I was so scared. You came back and told Mom and me of your diagnosis. And now, we're here together. Mom's awake, and I'm awake, and I'm holding your hands. If you can hear me, I love you so much, sis. You're not alone in the woods anymore. We're here, Stella. You'll never be alone. You've never been alone. Bring Stella and Daffodil to the Everdor. Oh. And that's the last goodbye. We have one more. Stella, I'm in a bad way, Stella. I don't know how you can stand the sight of me. I can't even stand myself. The books, I hate them. They're just a load of apologetic bullshit. They all say the same thing. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Ask for forgiveness. There's always time to be better. Do you think I can get better? Do you think I deserve forgiveness? Yeah. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Little doe-eyed Stella. You're smart, but you're an idiot. People don't change.
Know why? All these books, they say you can change by acting different. They're all looking forward into the future. But the future doesn't exist. It's just a big old bunch of nothing. A bag of lies we tell ourselves so that we can be happy. In comic books, the heroes forgive the villains, and then he joins their team and everything's good forever. We conveniently forget that they've raised a whole city. They're genocidal maniacs, but it's okay, because forgiveness. Real life ain't like that. People, they're made up of all the things they've done. Good or bad. Doesn't matter. Same for everybody. And you can't ever change your past, no matter how much you hate it. You just gotta own up to it. And what if you can't? Nothing, that's what. Listen, Stella, I'm sick of it. I give up. It was a fun ride. Well, actually, it was shit. Just give me a holler when we get to the Everdor. I'll get out of everyone's way. And there it is. Welcome on in, Tom. I'm glad to have you. You joined just in time for us to basically hit the final moments of this game. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a break here, just to go use the restroom. I will be right back super shortly. And also, I gotta prepare emotionally for the next like probably 20 minutes of content. Be right back.
What does this button do? Please, please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Now, Perry will vomit down your throat.
I joined and there was a button press that happened. What happened? What happened? What happened with the button press? I mean, I'm glad the button press is right now instead of when we're saying goodbye to people. Nothing? Heavy? Oh, okay, now that's fair. Throwing up? Excellent. Cats, no. It was wholesome. Okay. Now, we're gonna have a lot of things happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and write something. I'm gonna pin a message. We are going to hit a lot of content. Please, let's just say please no redeems or commands for the next bit. Thanks. And then we're just gonna pin that. Oh, should I have to go into the mod view? Hold up a moment. Yes. Manually unpin. All right. God, though. Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Oh. Where you going, Jackie? You going home? Okay. We there? Oh, hey Stella. It's time, huh?
I cleaned up a bit. Might as well leave the place tidy. I found this old suitcase, so I packed my stuff. But I guess I don't need it anymore. And it feels silly. Well, I'll just leave it here. You ready to do this? Okay, sure. I'll be in the tender.
At least, if there's one good thing, I'm glad that Buck's in the game, so that way that there's someone other than me who's helping see these characters off. To some degree, it makes me sad to see, because in the middle there, we were seeing 4 or 5 or 6 people seeing off a spirit, and now it's just me, Buck, and I guess now Lily. All right.
Hey, Stella. I know it's a bit late, but I wanted to thank you for taking care of me. On the boat. I know I didn't deserve it. Maybe that's the difference between you and me. You don't care about all that. You don't judge. I don't want to sound mean, but you're simple like that. You see someone who needs help and you help them. No questions asked. No payment expected. That's just how you are. And you didn't try and stop me when I said I wanted to leave. Thanks for respecting that. I remember when I started working at the hospital, people kept telling me how great and noble I was for doing it. I was happy to take the compliment. I felt proud. And I even started to believe it. I worked in that hospital for 15 years. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but never seen my bosses. Not once. Just an endless parade of supervisors and managers. And half a box of donuts for the night staff on New Year's Eve. There was a book. In the books you gave me? It was about myths and stuff. Like old-ass stories. One of the book's chapters was about the afterlife. Things that happen after people die. In one of the stories, there was a river. And if you drank from it, you'd forget everything from your life. Just like blank slate. Poof! Like that. Ain't that crazy? And then there was this other place with a weird name. Like, Sheol? Something like that? It was kind of like hell, except not really. No fire and no pitchforks. That's where dead folk go, and not just the bad ones. Everybody. And in the Sheol, I remember that, everybody's equal. And there's no comfort. Doesn't mean it's uncomfortable, there's just nothing. Nothing good and nothing bad. And you're shielded from light and from judgment. The dead go there to be forgotten by the living. But they also forget and then turn to dust. Until there's nothing left. Just dust and forgetfulness everywhere and forever. Can you imagine that, Stella? Dust and forgetfulness. What a thought. Yeah, okay. We're there. Yeah, just bring it in. See you on the other side, Stellars. Or not.
Oh god, and here's the part. Here's the time the game broke me for the third one. I'll be fine. There's one more thing for Jackie. That's right, the flower. Whoop. I just want to go through and hug all the spirits real quick. I think part of why this one hurt me so much is just because this final segment definitely. When the first time I played through it, I basically like screamed at my computer. Because in a way, these characters have been by our side this entire time. So just to suddenly be here and to see all these characters again that I say goodbye to. You know, as we're leaving. This was the third time the game got me to cry. First one was Alice, second one was Stanley, third one seeing all these spirits I say goodbye to again. And fourth one is coming up. From this point onwards, there's no turning back. Do you want to continue? Yes. Wait. Oh, fuck the flower. You know what? At this point, I'm just... It's alright. I'm just gonna let this final segment speak for itself.
memories that were left behind bring us closer to the end of this journey where we grew as friends. Take me through the mist and storms in waters that are still unknown. Under guiding starlit sky, we will learn how to say goodbye. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But it's okay, we'll be together. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But I know we will remember. And I'll take your hand and guide you through all the steps one takes to move on to a place, a world unseen to us all. But it's okay, we'll be together, my friend.
So yeah, that's Spiritfarer. Hopefully, I'll now understand why this game means too much to me. That's and yes, I was muting that entire time. I was definitely sobbing. Like there's no way I could get through that without making a noise. And of course, to all our love to the Thunderlings across the world, you're incredible. Without your support, our studio wouldn't exist. I'm glad I got to share that. You know, it's far from the easiest play, and it's honestly like, I'm not by no means am I blind. I'm aware that it's probably like been this series on a full game that I've done that's the least popular, say for maybe like a more 8. Did you want to see the last bits with Jackie? Yeah, we can go get those real quick. Oh, whoopsies. But also like I wanted to share this with people because there's one little extra bit with this flower that you don't get with anyone else. Okay. And all the remaining requests are just for like Buck and Eleanor, who talking to Buck real quick. Oh, he's asleep. Basically, Buck tells you that he's already passed. What? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Are we gonna have to go through his goodbye again? Oh, dear. Did we break the game? I think we broke the game. Oh, ain't that just the most fitting? Do you want me to say it? Just go for it, Sharky, yeah. So I believe you already talked about what his flower meant. How it's like, it's the flower he leaves behind a set of letters to Daria. Wait. Or there rather attempts at letters to Daria. He tries to apologize to her. Okay, no, I actually need to find this then. Okay, Spiritfarer. Jackie, letters to Daria. Where is it? Okay, so there's the shenanigans. Shoot. I didn't expect the ending to hit that hard. I think the ending is really the thing that made me fall truly in love with this game. It's so genuinely powerful. Because it is our own character saying goodbye. In a lot of ways, we as the person who was controlling Stella was to Stella as Stella was to all these people. We helped her move on and come to terms with her own passing. I don't think I'm going to be able to find him, unfortunately. Sadly. The long and the short of it, Jackie did genuinely want to help when he was at the hospital. Let me see if I can... I thought he was helping Daria too. Load autosave. Travel to scene. You thought he was helping Daria too. Yeah. Also, one thing, I'm not sure if we ever find this out. What did Stella get? Like, what was Stella's condition? He didn't know and he got frustrated, which is why he kept her part of the ward vacant and was constantly prodding Stella. But yeah, so I've done a vocal cover of that ending credit song, which Twiz is working on right now. Twiz says that it's good. I don't know. I can't say. I didn't bother listening to my own recordings because I knew if I did, I would get too self-conscious and want to get rid of them. But so I have no idea how that sounds, but. Your takes are fine. I know, I don't know. I guess I'm just, you know, I'm a perfectionist, and I want it to be really, really good because this game means a whole lot to me. Let me see if I can... think maybe the game might be confused because we're at... Oh, we're not at the Everdor. I'll do my best to get a cover that reflects that. I really do appreciate it, Twiz. Okay. This will be the final thing. We'll take Jackie back. We'll read his letter. I'll say that for the last line for after the run then. You're gonna have to come back to your house because there we go. I think I found the letters you want to link just in case. When you see it, you'll understand. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and, as kind of disrespectful as it feels, because we did already say goodbye to him, and we'll just go ahead and skip most of his dialogue. Speed running a little bit. Also, the fact that Stella's goodbye is just, there's no dialogue. I'm glad that that's one thing they kept. That in adding Lily, they didn't have her say anything during Stella's goodbye. Because I think part of the special thing about Stella's goodbye is that it's just quiet contemplation. You get to think back on taking all of these people to the Everdor, and, you know, we did talk about it already, but the chat was curious. Jackie's flower, the red dahlia, is a symbol of power, sanguinity, and inner strength. It is also, however, a symbol of dishonesty, betrayal, and instability. Which, given the fact that Jackie seems to be somewhat of a habitual liar, you know, and clearly has some emotional instability. I think it's fair. Also, that's a fun little thing. Jackie's flower is the red dahlia, and the person he probably betrays the hardest is named Dahlia. So that's like another connection point. God, I love multifaceted storytelling like this. Can you imagine that, Stella? Dust and forgetfulness. What a thought. Is it? Yep. All of the characters actually have their spirit flowers somewhere in their design. So, if you were, you know, observant, you could have seen, you would know every character's, you know, spirit flower before they're even gone. Yeah, okay. We're there. Aroo the Bear, thank you for the follow, and Flapjack, glad to have you. Just bring it in. See you on the other side, Stellars. Or not. Sanguinity is a very apt description of Jackie as well. He tries his hardest to stay optimistic, even the hardest of conditions. Stella paid attention to that, and to his lack of care or respect to authority is ultimately what helps her care for Daria as well. Or Dahlia. Or Daria. Wait, no, I'm mistaken. Also, God. I legitimately, the first time I reached this moment in my first playthrough, I was like sobbing and screamed to the game, like, don't you fucking do this to me, I swear to God. A crossed out letter from Jackie, a torn letter from Jackie, a crumpled letter from Jackie. A letter with Jackie's handwriting. Most sentences are legible despite being heavily crossed out. I know I hurt you. I've been thinking. I feel terrible.
I hope you can forgive me. I hope you can forget. I'm sorry. A torn letter from Jackie. Dear Daria, I'm currently reading a book to deal with my anger issues. It says the first step to getting better is to ask for forgiveness from the people you've hurt. I know it sounds stupid, but could you? The letter is torn here. The crumpled letter from Jackie. Hey Daria, what's up? I've heard you've been doing better since Stella has taken over for me. I'm happy to hear it. The rest of the letter is blank. A red dahlia. So yeah, that's Spiritfarer. I think, even though this isn't my personal favorite game, I think if there's a single game that everyone should play or in some way experience, it's this one. This one, I would say, is the game that has the biggest impact in terms of a lot of things, of writing, of structuring. And if you missed any sections, if there's so much I had to skip over. The entire shenanigans tab. Like, this is all just like side content that helped like flesh out the afterlife. Did it ever go into how Jackie passed? I don't think so. But also, I don't necessarily know that we know how Stella passed either. Like, because part of why this game works is that it's also a slower build. That you get these times to explore and interact with these characters and kind of work these people into your daily lives. Want me to give you the art book explanation? Go for it. So even, you know, if you pick this game up at all, I highly recommend playing it through yourself. At least once. So that way you get to see how these characters interact with you and how they work themselves into your life. And then you get to say goodbye. After his dismissal, Stella uneasily took Jackie in for a while, letting him sleep on her couch. There, his neglect and self-loathing became obvious, getting Stella to wonder how she could have been so obviously fooled before. Jackie died soon after in a traffic accident. So yeah. This has been Spiritfarer. And as I was talking about earlier, thank you everyone for being here. This is... Honestly, as much as these milestones are like supposed to be big events, a lot of the times it's just kind of projects that I get to do for me. Because I want to do something special. And these are the big opportunities to do them. So I guess we'll have to find something to do next Monday. Between Elden Ring finishing up last Thursday, Brock the Investigator last Tuesday, and Spiritfarer today. My whole schedule has been thrown up in the air, but we'll find some new stuff. Find some new fun stuff to fill the void. I've been crying all throughout. I'm glad. Thank you, Starkey. It's been an incredible journey. Did you Pizza Tower yet? I probably will not be playing Pizza Tower just because of the stuff that came out about the developer, unfortunately. But I will be looking for... well, maybe Power Wash Sim tomorrow, because apparently there's some DLC getting released for that, and that's a nice kind of vibe stream. Oh, heck. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What came out about the dev? He used some... Like, he made some extremely transphobic comments and, some ableist stuff that it's not great. He's apologized about it since, but I'm also just kind of avoiding it because it's drama, you know? Anyways, let me go ahead and move us to the outro screen. I'll get the... You know what? I'm gonna play the other playlist I have for moods like this. Actually, you know what?
This is perfect. I'm a monster. Let's see who's live so we can raid into them. Raid message is probably gonna be, God, this is one of the moments where I'm like, I wish I had a cry emote. It would be perfect for moods like this. Twist that knife in a bit more, why don't you? Cider's doing Super Paper Mario. I'm thinking something a little bit vibier. It's gonna get sweet right into Mari. Mari's doing art? That's kind of what I'm thinking. The ending song hits so hard. I don't think I have had one really hurt me that much. Oh, there's a reason why this song is still my like a go-to cry song. You know what? We'll go with Seven Heart, because the entire point of Spiritfarer is even though the passing hurts, it's okay. We'll be together. This will be the raid message. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining me on this journey. I'll find something new to fill the Monday slots, hopefully equally vibey as this. Maybe something story-based, we'll see. And thank you for being here throughout this entire playthrough. It's just amazing that I can play through these games on stream and people are willing to show up and be engaged and involved. For those who just joined us tonight, I'm Starkmorph, Big Egg Chaos, and the Crow on the Internet, variety streamer, live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, mostly playing indie games like this one, however also playing Nintendo and hopefully at some point in the future VR games. I have a Twitter if you'd like to give me a follow there, which is going to be relevant as I will be doing more daytime streams. No Friday stream this week, as I will be hanging out with a certain father, a dog of an indeterminate breed, Papa Mutt. We're going to go ghost hunting. I have a TikTok if you'd like to see edited content, which I'm actually working on one that I will be editing myself, so go give me a follow for when that is released. It is a shit show. I have a Discord if you'd like to hop in there to say hi to all the Sweet Beans to see the crush content that Sweet Beans post. And I have a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs and see what all the crying's been about. It's a bittersweet feeling. But let's carry the love forward to Mari, who is a very, very sweet, sweet lady. So, I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. And see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye.